is Jessica and Stacy with Chapter 6. We are here to do Sonya's Bookish Tag.
If you're wondering why we look the same, because we just filmed the author spotlight with LJ Smith. We're doing 2 videos in one day, and we don't feel like changing it to give you the illusion that we filmed at different times.
We do so many tricks to trick you.
You don't even
have
know.
no idea. Question is, what type of genre do you enjoy?
I prefer YA paranormal fantasy. If you guys haven't figured that out by now.
Pretty much me too. Stacy stole my answer.
Jessica, we read the same stuff all the time.
No, I read better books.
Ooh, poopy.
I poopy bull on you. I call the pool poopy on you.
You're not double poop.
The next question is, what are some must-have books for your library?
You answer first this time.
Oh, you want me to answer first? The hard question? The one that has all the books to it?
Well, we're answering different on this one. I switched which way I was going to go with this one.
Yeah, didn't I say I'm going to steal your answer on this one?
Yeah, so you just yelled at me for stealing your answer when I didn't really steal your answer, when you all along were planning on stealing my answer to number 2.
That's because you changed how you were supposed to answer the question.
The books that we think you should have in your library or must have in your library is not specific books, but just types of books. I think that everyone should have a vampire, werewolf, an angel book, just fairy, just one of the books, doesn't matter which book, and with each having a mythical creature in it. I'm making so much sense right now.
Lots of sense you make right now, Sister.
I think you should have a poetry book. I brought some examples.
She brought some examples.
So I wouldn't forget. I think you should have, at least one poetry book. This is,
Edgar Allan Poe.
Collections of tales by Edgar Allan Poe. I do think you should have some Edgar
Allan Poe.
I think you should have some Jane Austen or some classics. This is Pride and Prejudice. I think you should have some inspirational nonfiction stories on your bookshelf. I think you should have some graphic novels, some manga, a dictionary, all kinds of stuff.
You should definitely have a dictionary.
I just think you should have a variety of a little bit of everything, so you can experience it at least once to see if it's your thing or not.
Yep. The next question is, what is the most expensive book on your shelf? This is a funny story. Funny story goes with this book.
You guys know how I love my ology books, and I've seen this book, and I'm like, oh my god, that's the mama of ology books right there. And I love vampires. This thing is awesome. It's got so much cool stuff in it. It's just the best book ever.
It's got movie posters in it. It's got stickers. It's got bumper stickers. It's got
everything, and it's got a vampire. Look at it. So I see this book, and I'm like, I have to have this book. It's the coolest book ever. I am going to do a review on this because somebody requested that I did.
How much was it, Stacey?
I paid $50 for this bad boy. I actually saved up for it and everything to get it.
Then we go to Borders a couple weeks later.
It was like a month later. It was like a month.
And all of a sudden we see a huge friggin' stack of Romancing the Vampire on sale for $5. So I got it for $5,
and I paid $50 for it. The most I've ever paid for a book ever. But you know what? I love this book, and I would pay $50 for it again. So
I love it too. I would pay $5 for it again. I have actually, surprisingly, not purchased very many expensive books. I guess I'm cheap. The most expensive books that I have bought are like the illustrated guides and the extra books that go along with the series. So this book costs $25. I still only paid $12 for it. But it is actually, the price is $25. Other than that, I haven't paid anything, like a large amount for a book.
Either have I, excluding this book.
But this one is actually pretty cool. It's got a lot of stuff in it. I got it when Borders was closing. The next question is, what book do you covet the most? So, one book series that I am completely envious of, that Stacy has, she doesn't have the whole thing, so I'm really more envious of the whole thing. But she did just get the first one, and it's The Walking Dead.
Yeah, me!
Graphic novel.
$30, $35 for that bad boy.
Yeah, that's why I haven't bought it yet.
So I lied about the excluding. I haven't paid very much.
That's true.
I just lied.
I want these. I've been wanting these for longer than Stacey has. I'm the one who told her about them, but she got it first because I can't bring myself to spend $35 on one thing.
And then after I got it, I'm like, Jessica, I cannot believe these are $36 a piece. I wish I had cheaper ones. She's like, they come in paperback for like $10 a piece. And I'm like, really?
But that's Stacey's fault that she didn't know that.
Because I would have been like, I would completely be happy with the paperback in this. I thought they only came in this bad boy.
But listen, okay, I had complained to Stacey, and we went and looked at them like 4 times in Borders. And I'm like, here's the paperback, it's only $10, but I really want the hardback. And so, because she didn't listen to me, because she's just like, yeah, and doing her own thing.
It smells good.
She didn't get to know.
The book that I covered the most, of course, this is a perfect question for us because we're sisters, and obviously the book I want the most is going to be the one that Jessie has.
And I wanted hers.
So I showed this before in one of the tags, but I love Jessica's old Bronte set. This is Jane Eyre, and this is Wuthering Heights, and I love this set.
The next question is, who is your favorite author, and you can choose up to 3.
Right now, I picked Melina Marchera, Jerry Smith Ready. I guess I'll go with Lauren Kate, too. I'm reading the Fallen series, and I'm really liking it, but a lot of people tell me Passion sucks, so...
Actually, I told you, a lot of people have said Passion sucks. Okay, so if I had to pick one go-to author, I would choose J.K. Rowling.
Okay, and
because she's awesome.
And pick 2 authors you're into right now.
2 authors I'm into right now, Julie Kagawa.
But you can't be into her anymore because you finished the series.
Why can't I be into her
Because the ones that you're into are open series.
Someone I'm really into right now is Michelle Hodkin. She wrote The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer. I just read that book and I loved it. And another author I really love, and I'm still reading her series so it counts, is Rachel Kane. She wrote The Morganville Vampires. The next question is, how much do you spend on books in general? Between $50 and $150 a month is what we spend. The next question is, what is your favorite bookstore?
Joseph Beth.
We go to Joseph Beth.
And a lot of people have been asking me, what should I do now that the border's closing down? The best advice I can give that I've been given to everybody is look for independently owned bookstores in your area. Don't go to the big chains. Try to find the small chains around you, because that's when authors go on tours, they usually hit the small chain bookstores instead of the big ones. So try to find a small chain one around you that you can feel comfortable with.
And a lot of the times, the small chains, or even the big chains bookstores do that too, but they have the loyalty cards. But the independent one, especially ours, I know, we get a lot of special stuff off of it. The next question is, what do you think about the current trend in YA? And we kind of talked about this, and we think the current trend in YA
that we've been noticing
is love triangles. I love love triangles if they're done right.
And we are going to do a Novel Notions on love triangles, so
we're not going to get into it too much.
Yeah, right now. But they could be good, they could be bad. It depends on...
And I do also see how they're starting to get on some people's nerves, because they are in every single series, mostly.
But my girly side always takes over in school.
I know! Next question is, name a series you wish had more to it. My series that I picked for this was Harry Potter, because I believe that all series must come to an end eventually, because just of, there's only so much that can happen. But with Harry Potter, I feel like the world is so in-depth that I could read about Harry Potter's kids, or I could read about their adult life.
Though.
Yeah, but if it had to continue, if I had to read one that continued, I would want it to be Harry Potter, because there's so much going on in that series that there could be several more books to it.
Mine would be The Host, because, I know Stephanie Meyer is coming out with The Host too.
Is coming out with The Host too.
But I think that with the Midnight Sun thing that happened, I think it deterred her from writing a lot.
I think how much money she made is deterring her from writing.
I really wish she would hurry up and get to Host number 2, because I'm really looking forward to the next one in that series. Also, I am also looking forward to the 3rd one in the Skin Hunger series, but for some reason Kathleen Dewey has not been up on that one, and I don't think she's going to come out with the 3rd one. But she better, because the 2nd one lives up on such a cliffhanger, but the series is not as popular, I guess, as the publishing company is expecting it to be. So I think they just might cancel the series altogether, and I'll be very, very bummed about that, because I want to know what happens.
Another series that I wouldn't mind another book from is The Iron Fae.
Of course.
Of course. Because you get everything wrapped up, and I wouldn't, want a big book on it, but it'd be cool to see, what happens after.
You know what else I would like, but we're on the topic.
Let's talk about this.
Let's just keep rambling.
Get it going.
I think that they should start making the little small series or stories that they have in between series. I think they should make that into one big book and sell it.
Yep. Because I'd buy it.
Mm-hmm. Even if there's not enough for one series, say that LJ one, Smith one only had 2 in it, 2 little ebooks. Well, then make one of the ebook vampire series. And have all the ebooks that have to do with the vampire series come out in one big thing. I would so buy that bad boy.
And then that could also give you incentive to go buy other vampire series, because it'll have an ebook that's in the middle of another series, and you'd be like, well, I want to be able to read that, so I'm going to go buy this series.
Yes,
we should be publishers.
I really wish they would do that, because I really want to read all these little stories, but I refuse to buy the ebook.
What are some go-to books that you have in your library?
You guys should know our go-to series by now. Mortal Instruments series.
Hunger Games.
Harry Potter.
Twilight.
No, not so much anymore.
The next question is, what book is currently in your bag?
Firelight by Sophie Jordan because it's what I'm currently reading.
She just started it. She's not currently reading it.
I just started it today, so I'm currently reading it. Bam, I read the title page. Firelight.
Done.
Done. Started
Success.
it.
I'm reading Betrayal by Lee Nichols. I guess you can't see it because Humphrey is in the way. Betrayal by Lee Nichols. This is the second one, To Deception.
That cover is ugly.
These are the worst cover. The next question is, name the most prized book in your collection.
The most prized books in my collection is my Charles Dickinson series. There's 25 of them. I love them. They're so cute and dainty. They're my favorite.
The funny thing about those is, those were originally mine, but I went through this phase where I was too cool for school, and I didn't want them in my room anymore, so I gave them to Stacy, and now they're hers. That's such a hard question because I prize all of my books as one big
family.
Yeah. I do have the Bronte set. Mm-hmm. That's really cool. I have a copy of The Little Princess that was published in like the 30s or 40s.
Oh yeah, that's
pretty
a cool copy.
But I really value all of them, like my little children. So I didn't pick one. I boycott that question. Name any nonfiction that is on your shelf. I have one nonfiction book on my shelf, and that is a biography. It's Molly Ringwald's biography, Getting the Pretty Back. And this looks so cute. It's the only biography. It has like skincare tips in it, and it's just so cute. It looks so good. It's like how to dye your hair, how to pack a carry-on bag. It's all kinds of cute, fun stuff like that. The perfect dinner party. It's so cute, and so I'm really looking forward to reading this one day. But I'm not a nonfiction snob. This is the only one I have on my bookshelf. I like cookbooks a lot because me and Stacy like to cook a lot and experiment with cooking. And
I really like Molly Ringwald too. I have all kinds of nonfiction on my bookshelf. I have mostly true stories, inspirational stories, how-to guide, best of this stuff of that nature.
Good answer.
Good
Very
answer.
vague.
Well, okay, I'll give you a specific one. Monique and the Mango Rain.
That's such a good book.
It is an amazing book, and it's a true story, inspirational story.
It's one of the first books that I read when I started getting back into reading. And I'm sitting there just bawling my eyes out, and Josh is just looking at me like,
bawl your eyes out.
I'm like,
if you're one of those people who say, I have never cried while reading a book, read this book, and you will bawl your eyes out. And it's just true story.
That's why. Even if you don't read regular books, that one, What Happens, is so sad.
I know. And let's see, it's only...
And it really wakes you up a little bit, too. Like, I seriously considered joining the Peace Corps after reading this.
It's only 200 pages, too, so it's not too long. But very good.
That is all for Sonya's Bookish Tag.
The 3 people we are going to tag, the first one is Teresa. She calls herself the Book Nook, if that helps at all, but that's not her channel's name, though. So, we'll just put a link. You can follow it there. She's cool. She does cool contests.
She's cool. The next person we want to tag is Katrina at Little Book Owl.
And then we also want to tag OCD of Books.
OCD of Books.
OCD of Books. We love her. She's always stuck up for us and been nice. So we can't wait to see your guys' tags. Check these people out in the Stefan's Mansion because they are awesome people. We need to come up with a new name for it this time. What about Santa Sack?
Yeah.
Oh, we forgot to say Happy Holidays in the L.J. Smith one. I told you to remind me to do that.
Oh, so sorry.
Okay. So the links to these people are in Santa Sack. Please check them out. They are very cool people. So this is Jessica and Stacy with Chapter Chicks. Thank you again, Sonya, for tagging us in your awesome tag. And we will see you guys next week. Bye, guys.